Hear me? Am I loud enough? Good. Yeah.
Okay.
So I can start. Oh, okay, 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 cool.
Thank you. In perspective one. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of the Harbour Startup. I'm Ivan Chibuka, aka Full Mate in the gaming world, and I'm super excited to see that we have finally found a consistent plan for our YouTube. Before when I just started, I wasn't so committed. I can't say that things were really organized back then. I think between then and now, we've seen a lot of growth in terms of numbers, in terms of people, in terms of people around to assist and help here and there. So I was like, why not fully get back into this and approach it with a more systematic approach and have kind of build a team around it and make sure that on time I would really want to be super consistent and see what can result at the end of this. So anyway, brief I think about the Humble Setup. If you've been following us on Instagram, the Humble Setup has been an IGTV audio series that we've been running. Me, Josh, and Fad, shout out to them. We've just been kind of doing a few takes on mainly Call of Duty, talking about Call of Duty, doing a few episodes here and there. Mainly that was just for me to it was mainly like a placeholder, just seeing how the name fits and how best we could roll out and come up with something bigger. So that has finally transitioned into what you guys are watching now. The plan is to have this as some sort of way for me personally to come out and show you guys and give you guys a perspective of the business around gaming and also what it takes to build a brand or a business within the gaming industry. And also, I'll be working on a few other stuff outside gaming. For example, feels like real estate, it feels like product development, it feels like hospitality. Those are things that I'm also deeply getting invested in. And I want to find I want to find a way of kind of collecting all those together and fitting them into one organization and finding ways of spreading it wide. So I think there's so much that you guys should be expecting moving forward. And yeah, so I would actually want to start off with Arudem. Arudem is something that has just come up. I just want to give you guys a backstory of how it all happened. Arudem actually started as a small WhatsApp group of Call of Duty players. Navvi was already in existence back then, and I actually found these guys. I think a few months after Navvi kicked off, because I really fell in love with Call of Duty. I'll be honest, and I think there'll be another episode whereby I tell you guys why Call of Duty. But Call of Duty is something that really spoke to me first time, and I was like, I need to build something around this, and solely focus on this, and maybe see how to expand it around the future or something. Whatever comes. But Call of Duty really came to heart fast, and it helped that there was this niche community around it that was within that group of Arudem, and most of these guys were kind of not your everyday gamers. Yeah, there are guys who were like geeked out on gaming and all that. They did like extracurricular. Some of them were really good sportsmen. Gavin, rugby, Mugazi, rugby. So and most of them I did them through high school. So it was interesting to see that these guys had transitioned from where they are into kind of committed gamers. And I was like, no, this is really dope. It was really exciting. It was super exciting. It was a really good time when I was able to see these guys coming up. And I think the community kept on growing. The community kept on growing. And I was like, I think we can now pivot this into a different direction. I think we can now scale this. We can now make this bigger. So that's where we came up with the idea of Navvi Arudem. And it's solely just to represent the modern day gaming lifestyle. When most people look at gaming, they look at it from this geeky perspective. But where we are right now, 2021 gaming is it's mind blowing to say the least. Like I feel so much has changed, so much has transitioned, especially with creators coming up and brands being built around the industry. Everyone's trying to look good. Everyone's trying to create some sort of storyline. So it's super super interesting. So I think yeah. So with Arudem, that's like the plan. Like we want to also kind of get that out there. Want to be the modern day gaming brand that people actually look at and like, okay, now that's where gaming is going. That's what gaming is looking like. And I feel like very few people in actually Uganda do know where gaming is. If you tell someone that you're maybe getting into the gaming business, they'll ever think it's dating. If you tell them no video games, they'll ever think that, or maybe you're running some sort of gaming parlor or something, but it's way bigger than that. I think most people have told that I'm getting into gaming. They're like, oh, so you have a game station or something. But there's another side of gaming that I feel we haven't even we're not even close to, we haven't reached that far. And it's so clean. It has so much going around it from even a business perspective and an entertainment perspective. If you look at business, you're looking at the brand partnerships that are happening. You look at the endorsements that these players are getting. Then from entertainment, you're looking at, the views, the hours that kids are putting in to watch, some of the top streamers. You have a streamer getting about what, 70,000 people watching him for 8 straight hours. That's crazy, So something I want to touch on, I think wouldn't be this far or wouldn't even be on this road if it wasn't for my appreciation when it comes to things like design and uh, generally creators and creatives, you know. Um, by that I mean the person behind the camera, yeah, the person who comes up with some sort of illustration for the poster, the person who edits the videos, the person who selects the music. I feel like that's a key component where we are right now, like this generation, like it's a very key component if you really want to succeed. It's not like a must. You can always find a substitute and doing it in another direction. But for us personally, and for me personally, I feel like um, design and art and it's a whole other. It's a massive mix. But I would really want to give appreciation to the few individuals that I've worked with on this project and have helped me and made sure that we have some of the good stuff. Um, Most of this stuff don't come free, yeah, and most of these guys have at least offered. I wouldn't say free, but they've offered their services in ways that I personally shouldn't be getting, you know. Um, and I'll give you guys a list. There's a creative team that I got to meet, I think, late 2019. And since then, I'm like, those are some of the pillars for our success. And I think if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't really be here. And that was Alvaro, Victor, and Joe. These are few individuals that have stepped up and helped me out in terms of coming up with, basic designs and coming up with nice, appealing stuff that you guys can look at. And most of all, Alvaro, I think Alvaro has done a lot of work in helping us establish an identity. We have spent countless of hours and time, we always have like long Discord calls for like 6 hours a day. He's streaming his screen, I'm streaming mine, and just designing together and coming up with a bunch of stuff. So to me, that has helped us succeed drastically. It has helped us kind of cement ourselves and cement our identity in, various minds and various markets. So that has played a massive role. Then there's an individual called Gilbert. Now, Gilbert came in, and if you look at most of the Arudem identity, the pictures and the videos, most of that was shot by Gilbert. Motive obviously also came through. We shot our review video at Motive. I think you guys have seen it before the beginning of this video. Yeah, that was done at Motive, so I also want to give a shout out to them. And also Gilbert Aleku. Gilbert is one of, I think, the few guys that I know that is kind of diving deep into cinematography, and I would really want to see how far we can get to work with him. You guys can also check him out. Shall drop all these guys just in the description in case there's anyone you want to personally talk to. And now, if you guys have jobs for them, why not? If you really appreciate what you're doing and you'd rather them to replicate it for you, hey, you can shoot them. So yeah, man. I feel like um, we always focus on the musician and not the band, and I feel that should change because the development, the process, the lessons. If it's something you want to learn, yeah, look at the person on the guitar, yeah, look at the person on the drums. I was watching a live concert, I think with Justin Bieber, and I was looking at the band behind him. Much as he was singing, yeah, but I was looking at the band behind him, and I think it's also a thing. I think it's also something they look at. Whoever does the direction of their music videos, he also makes sure that even the band is with it, because it says a lot. If you see someone in the band who's just kind of maybe from the drums and you're not kind of getting lost in the music, and just kind of doing your thing, chill. That says a lot. But then if you see a guy like losing his mind and maybe there's a peak point in a song and he's raising, it's like, bro, that's ultimate, man. That's superb. That's when you see that okay, there's something here. And but that's where talent is. Like that's where the whole grooming process is. That's where the answers are. Like that's where his success is lying, and that's why such people are always valuable. So we need to kind of also build such teams around us. The behind the scenes team, and for me, that's my behind the scenes team, and I want to give them massive credit for what they've done, and I really hope that we can scale this further and see what we can do. Content is something that personally I'm hesitant about because there's so much content this going on around. So we really want to be niched and focused to gaming and make sure that hey, we're doing this for gaming and we're doing this around gaming and kind of stay there. And that's our niche, and what helps is that we have a niche. Most people obviously want to become creators, but they don't even have a niche. And yet one of the things that keep telling people for you to succeed as a creator, you have to have a niche. So we are lucky that this is our niche, and we are lucky that it found us or we found it, whatever. But yeah, we're just going to kind of scale with this and see where this goes. We're going to be really critical about the moves we make, really big projects coming up, really big ideas that we really want to put into execution. So yeah, let's see where this goes. So I think I'll wrap it up with that. Like, subscribe. If you can share this with, if you're really part of the gaming industry, you can always share this. And just check in the description. There's always added information, anything that I've left out or any references, they're always in there. And yeah, have a good one and see you soon.
Me up that shit, yeah?
Just say that, yeah. Just be.
So I said, yeah?